never heard that, but you know that's the origin of CAP. I'm going to look this up. I'm going to look.
There's a principle that
Right.
we have to follow.
Yeah.
We have to have.
You know, be true to yourself. You know, you don't have.
And when I came back, the place was a mess. So I knew I was missed.
Deep in here now. Now
It's
deep.
incredible. I love it.
Me
That's
too.
good.
Yeah.
That's good.
And, and applying the recovery, I thought. To switch.
Good. Travis was talking to himself, y'all. Good
The only person smart enough to talk to.
afternoon, VA. Good afternoon, VA.
Sad Steve.
Everybody out there, we are live. We're live, right?
We're live.
We're live here with Travis Williams, co-host, Steve Altice, the
Is that how you pronounce it?
director,
Altis, but
Altis.
I'm not
Altis.
particular.
Steve Altis, the director of engineering and managing the podcast and social media and a bunch of other stuff.
It's not a very common last name.
No, it's not.
What is it?
What is that?
German.
Irish?
German.
German.
From
Nye,
way back.
nye.
ALTIG.
I am Polish, and you destroyed my people. Polish. All right, so
Bad
all right.
history.
yes, that is
The fight continues.
all right, everybody. Welcome to the McShin Foundation's Getting Her podcast. We're gonna do me and Travis are just gonna chop it up for a minute. We want to talk about something. We want to talk about growing up, and then we want to talk about some first step stuff. We're gonna break that down. But before we get into that, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors. First, the Farley Center. Farley Center is a local treatment center. Well, local as in Virginia. They're located in Williamsburg, Virginia. They take commercial insurances. You can reach Kelly Eason, 804-638-7329. That's Kelly Eason from the Farley Center, 804-638-7329. The Farley Center is a treatment center. They provide services to individuals. Are you all right over there? They provide services
Center on
to
my cheek.
individuals with that suffer from substance use disorder and our mental health. And they take insurances. And then we want to give special thanks to the Seed Institute. Seed Institute is located here in Richmond, Virginia. They are a organization that specializes in training, in doing different trainings. They do FPRS training. They do some job readiness trainings, and they help individuals start up businesses. If you're interested in contacting them, please give Michael Edwards a call, 804-939-0541. Once again, that's the Seed Institute, Michael Edwards, 804-939-0541. And then our newest sponsor is the Rooted Hair Studio. Rooted Hair Studio. They're located in Prince George, Virginia.
Are they?
Yeah, I'm pretty
Prince
sure it's
George? That's where my grandma's first hair salon was.
I have to double check on that. It might be Colonial Heights, but it's somewhere out that Tri-City area. Rooted Hair Studios, 804-919-3851. That's
It's a very
Rooted
clean
Hair
logo
Studio.
they have.
Yeah, it is.
Let me get through the.
Sorry, go ahead, continue.
And then y'all can do y'all's little. All right. Rooted Hair Studio again, 804-919-3851. Give them a call if you want to get some highlights, or if you just want to get a nice, good shampoo, condition, and haircut. Give them a call again. Rooted Hair Studios. All right, now.
What do they specialize in coloring? The name of it would suggest that, huh? Rooted.
Yeah. Steve, is
You
there a
have
way?
no idea.
Is there a way? Is there a way to have them just scrolling all three of them down at the bottom?
I could just do that. Yeah.
Can you
ticker
just scroll for a little while?
Yeah.
Well, I really want to get. I'm proud of this. Everybody out there. We ain't got no viewers right now. We don't normally have any viewers, but when you log on,
hold on. We normally do, at least.
well,
We got some
It's
after
live.
viewers.
I mean, it's 1 o'clock. Nobody's on in the day trying to log on to this live. So those of y'all that happen to come across this when you're sitting on your bunk, locked up, or you're in your bed at night and you're watching this,
Or you get like a mysterious Facebook Messenger from a guy in a hoodie. That's not a bot. That's me. That's me sending it personally, manually, with my thumb
to watch this
from
damn
me to
thing.
you.
Trying to tell you it's good information. So log on and watch it. So
good. We got 3 sponsors. They just
what
came
I'm
to us.
Yeah, I'm very proud of that. So I want everybody there, reach out if you need any services. If you need treatment, you can always reach out to the Farley Center. If you need some type of training done or you want to start your own business, you can reach out to the Seed Institute. And if you're looking to get your hair done, or you're looking to get a good deal to get your kids' hair done, if you tell them that McShin sent you, they
Yeah.
will most likely give you a discount.
Oh, you know, we need to talk to
I-
him about this. A
I-
code,
you know what?
like on the Dan Patrick
You
show,
know
like
what?
like a
Yeah, it's a code.
008,
I'm gonna
not
I'm gonna reach out.
420.
I'm gonna
but
reach
like
out.
something-
Not 420.
not 420.
I'm gonna reach out for
Code
that. And I'm
420.
pretty sure you'll be able to get a small discount. I'm gonna give you a code to use for the Rooted Hair Studio.
Does Rooted know about this
Also
discount?
for the Training Institute, if you want any trainings done and you let them know you've seen this on here, you'll be able to get a discount. Let me double check. I'm going to check on that. I got to talk with both of them. But anyways, we're really happy. We got some sponsors, so we're doing some big things here. We're going to take some time. We're getting some new material, so it's going to be boosting. It's going to be going good. So today. Oh, and look, listen, tune in because in about 30 minutes we got a special guest coming on. A gentleman named Adam Dwyer. He is an alumni of McShin. He's actually in VCU for engineering. He wants to be an engineer. He used to intern here. He's the youngest PRS in the state of Virginia. The youngest person to get their PRS in the state of Virginia. So it's pretty cool. So he's a real interesting, real cool guy. He's going to come in. He's a vegetarian like me too. So he'll be.
I am too.
No, it's a lie. See,
On the weekends, I tried. I just
Are
started
you
like
still
a
eating
tuna fish
cottage
again.
cheese?
I love cottage cheese. I'm
You
going
know
to give
what
me
I've
some
been
now.
eating the past 3 weeks? It's cottage cheese.
I love it. I love it raw, straight out of the.
Well, how else you
I
gonna do
don't,
it?
I don't know.
What is it
Some
raw?
people put stuff in it.
You mean you
They
like it
cut it.
plain. You
I like
like
it
plain.
uncut.
So
I like that
it.
uncut
So you know
cottage
what I
cheese.
I'd say, I mean, it's good. Like, but I gotta put something in it. So I'm not doing sugar. So I got this. It's only got 10 calories in it. It's sugar-free jelly. And I'll put a little bit of that in there and I'll mix it up. Oh man, it's good.
I don't want no salt and pepper. I don't want no onions in it. I don't want no
People do that.
peaches.
They do salt and pepper.
Yeah.
onions.
That's like a country thing. Then people put the blueberries in. I mean, I'm not saying
The
it's not
fruit-
good,
The fruit is the only thing that I would do.
but first thing in the morning for breakfast, I just want a spoon and just a big.
No.
Oh, it's so cold.
Why does your face look like that? It's just
I got
food.
hungry all of a sudden.
It's
I get hype over
good.
cottage cheese,
It's
bro.
food, bro.
It's
You're
cottage
making it seem
cheese.
like it's something else, though.
It is something else. It's an experience.
Means a lot,
It's
yeah.
a cottage cheese experience.
That's his recovery path.
It's my pathway
We
to
talked about
recovery.
that. We just talked about that with somebody else. The recovery pathway. All right. So look, me and Travis we're just gonna chop it up here for a minute. But before that, I do want to tell everybody out there we have a big event. It's Breaking the Bondage's 3-year anniversary with us. Doing our spiritual service. We have a spiritual service we do on Sundays, and we want to celebrate them. And that's this Saturday. So from 11 to 4, we got some speakers, some food. Walt's doing a fish fry.
I'll be there,
make
available
sure-
for autographs.
Okay. All right. Good. You're in charge. Did you see the email? Because you're in charge of.
See, this is why I didn't want to put the email on there.
you know what you're in charge of Saturday.
I've seen the email.
All right. Good. All right. So. So that's going on though. Come check it out. If you're in the area, if you get released, if you're locked up, or if you're in the community area, listen to this, or if you're just somebody just that happens to come across this and you're listening, man, come check it out. It's a great event. All right. So
What's up, Scott from Kansas City, man? He's a faithful viewer. That's what's going on out in
That's my
Kansas
guy right
City.
there.
I love the Chiefs. What's happening, Scott? All right, go ahead.
all right. So this is what we got.
Shout
going
out to
on.
Scott.
I wanted to dive into Travis's youth.
That would be our youth, so to speak.
Shared you.
Right now we're just talking about your youth.
I like shared experience.
We're gonna dive into yours. So Travis he's on the cusp of a millennial. I mean, on the cusp of a baby boomer.
Ho,
He's
ho,
older
ho,
than me.
ho, 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 ho.
He's-
We're gonna get what I am straight first and foremost.
Steve-
I'm not a baby
Steve,
boomer, and
you
I'm not a
fall-
millennial.
Steve, you're pretty
I'm a
much close to the baby boomers.
no. Me and Steve are 100% Gen Xers. You can't even
That's-
say
yeah,
it right.
100%,
He said that's how I know he's not one.
100%.
It's so uncool. He's on the cusp.
You're right. I'm not with you.
Listen to how just listen to what his generation is. Generation Y.
Why? Why?
Yeah, why? Why me?
Why were they born?
We're X. We're
Why did I happen?
Why were they born?
But what are we? We're Gen Xers.
Yeah, anti-boomers.
We don't even say generation.
No,
Gen.
Gen X.
Gen Xers. What are you, Jesse? Why?
I'm 1979. So
And what I just broke down was a perfect thing of what Gen Xers do. That's how we approach situations, and that's how we handle confrontation. And
everybody's
and
not like you, man. Everybody don't
Gen
handle it
Xers
like
are.
you. No, they're not.
me and Steve are.
little bit.
Yeah, Steve, you're not. Like
Steve
that.
does it
Don't
silently.
be- you're
In his
not.
head, he was like, "Man, that Gen Xer is really rocking it out like an Xer. Get that Y.
Exer.
Put that Y in his place. Why did he even try to battle me?
So,
You know,
so everybody out there, listen. Let me give some context to what we're talking about here. So, me and Travis had a conversation earlier in my office because he's older than me. He's way older than me. I'm younger.
yeah, I did a whole lot of living in those 2.5,
The
3
truth is,
years.
you're
You know,
way older.
I was just getting out of diapers when you were popping out. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
You're 4 years. You're almost 4 years older. I was born in 79. You were born in what, 75?
76,
76. So you're a little
Disco.
You're a few years older than me.
3.
Three.
You can
Three
just
and
say
a half.
3. It's really 2.5.
It's 3.5.
All right. Well,
What is it? 2.5?
I mean, are we counting the time that I was actually in the stomach? Or just like the
Does
birth?
that
When
count?
you came out,
What-
you
Yeah,
came out
where's the-
September, 76 September,
Mhm.
and then 76 to 77, 77 to 78,
79.
78 to 79.
That's 3 years. That's it. Boom.
Yeah, that's what I said. And
No, you said there was like 4. It was like this,
it's
3.5.
It's 3 and it's
Just
three in
say
a few
3.
months. It's 3 in a few months.
That's what those Y's do, bro.
But so,
Why even try to?
But the reason
Why?
we even had this conversation, Steve, look, Steve, the reason we even had this because I was trying to point out that he was older than me and I'm younger. That's what I was the whole thing.
Yeah, I
and
like
then it
this.
just turned into this.
Yeah, Gen Xers say wiser and, you know,
Yeah, I'm wiser.
unwiser.
Yeah, I'm wiser. That's what I was trying to point out. I'm younger, but I happen to be wiser. And he just took it to a whole nother, took it to a whole nother
Why?
level. And then and then we got to talk about music, and music fell in there too. And he thinks like he's just like he thinks he's like this punk rock guy, and he's not no punk rock guy. Like we're not even when I met.
I remember the day we met.
Yeah,
It was a fall summer.
which,
You just got out of diapers.
Yeah, I just got a.
which tobacco products were you using through your youth?
At the time, I didn't use any. I didn't use any. Wasn't a tobacco user.
I'm sorry, Steve. I know everybody's like, what is wrong with these guys? They don't even know what the hell we're talking about. So you think he's a cool little punk rock, or cool guy.
Gen Xer.
He had tobacco in his mouth. And
I didn't. Such a lie. Oh my God, man. Why'd you do that? Why are you making up lies right now?
you ain't ever chewed tobacco.
I would say I tried it and got dizzy, but it wasn't my thing. And I seen you do it too. Try everything once, bro. I mean, not everything.
He chewed tobacco, y'all.
It was a dip,
It was
bro.
tobacco. This is
I tried a
show.
dip.
It's a dip. So you
It's freaking
take some cool points from him. All right. Take some cool points from him.
no
All right.
disrespect to all you dippers out there.
You got along good with John. That was John's.
Listen, that's the first thing you can get your hands on. You know,
Yes.
I was looking for anything to get my hands on.
Find out
Anything
the
I
list.
wasn't supposed to have, I wanted it. So like that's the first thing you can get your hands on. It's very accessible. It was more accessible back
I
then.
feel like
They were very easy to steal.
him and his friend. There was another dude named Scott. They both were. Tobacco
Oh
chewers.
yeah. We were
So
tobacco
I was
connoisseurs.
green. Yeah, I was green. I didn't know.
Yeah,
I
you
wasn't-
never tried it?
Y'all might have forced me to try it or something. All right. So I wanted to talk about a fateful event one night in Travis's life, and I want to talk about the first step, right? But do you remember the time you got stabbed?
I do remember the time I got stabbed.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I remember the time we're talking about
Yeah.
intently.
Steve said like it was real. Steve was like, "Oh man."
You got stabbed.
The bad thing is,
Jesse stabbed me.
Really?
Jesse stabbed me. But in his defense, it was
he
self-defense.
was running his mouth, and I said, "Look, stop running your mouth. You're gonna get gutted."
Now, can we say?
And I gutted
Can
him,
we
right?
say?
Oh,
Can
Yeah,
we
and then
say?
he was
Can
in
we
the
say?
hospital, and he had to get stitches in his
Where
mouth.
were you at? All right, let's break it down. Let's not give them the ending before the
All
first.
right, let's get to the first step.
All right, so no, let's get to like how this transpired.
I don't even remember. The
But let's just admit this live right now. Did you get cut up?
Maybe.
Do you still got scars from it?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
I still
yeah.
have a scar.
Okay, yeah, I did.
But see, I would never
you ended up
stab
in
you.
the
I would just
hospital.
slash you because I love you. I just wanted to get your attention.
All right.
Two
All
cuts.
right, all right. Let's go to the because nobody
But-
cares about this, man.
But listen,
but I did-
after he stabbed me, he did go to the hospital.
The check on you. I was a
No.
little worried. I
No.
thought I might have killed
He
you.
slept in the chair beside the bed. When I woke up, he was crying.
So you wouldn't press charges.
Exactly.
He was crying when I woke
was
up.
really scared the police were gonna get me. man.
No. Because I had told a good lie to the police that night. I remember it. And then you, I remember your tears though.
You
Those
remember-
wide tears. Touch my heart.
All right. So this brings us to as we talk about this, and we both have our own account on this story here.
I have the
Um,
truth, and you have.
There's a principle that you learn to apply in the first step, right? It's and what is that? What is that principle that we learn, Travis?
Which one? That day?
There's no. We're gonna pass tonight, but just well, as we both have our own account, it kind of falls into that. You have
So
your
yeah,
own account,
honesty.
right? So honesty is that first thing we need to do in the first step, right? Let's talk about that. Like, how has that been looking for you since you've been clean and you've been getting into this step work? And those of y'all that out there, just step work is just really it just helps you heal. That's what step work is there for. You don't have to do it, and it's not gonna make you stop using drugs, but it will help you heal. That's one thing it will do, and it will. For individuals like us, it does help us to not use again, and it's part of the 12 steps. But there's other means and methods out there, but we particularly want to talk about this one, and that's the first step. So how's that honesty been looking for you?
Yeah, now it does help you. It does help you heal. But the first thing it does before the healing starts, and they both almost happen immediately if you can apply the first step on it. So like you become aware. So like once you become aware, then you can start to heal because now you're doing something, but you're changing certain behaviors that you've learned all your life for survival or for self-esteem issues or whatever the case may be. But honesty is I love the way how do you put it one more time how do you put that to objective to be you got a saying. You read it out of another book. We just talked about it. To honestly be able to take a look at myself, but you said it another way. The ability, the inability.
That's the second step.
Yeah. I know, but that
So-
saying like sparked like an awareness afterwards. So maybe I'm getting into the second step there.
Yeah. Well,
But listen, honestly, to honestly take a look at myself. Now, like I didn't even know, like honesty is a layer that peels back over time. So like your version of honesty changes as like you dive deeper and start to dissect and start to like self-examine. And so like my version of honesty at first was like how much lies do I tell to other people? And so like I'm thinking that, well, I don't lie that much, you know what I mean? And then like a simple assignment as like, how about keep score of it? How about so now I'm aware. Now I know that okay, it helps me to become aware of how much I'm lying.
yeah.
So like and then like and lies come in all shapes and sizes, like so just embellishment. You got $2 in your pocket, but you say you got $6. So okay,
Yeah.
now you're becoming honesty. But when you can flip that on yourself and honestly take a look, like this is honesty to me right now. Like I'm bullshitting a lot. I'm faking. And so I can honestly look at myself and say, Trav, you're bull crapping.
Go back to when you're using, right? And when you're on the fence about getting help, right? Go back there because I want the viewers and I want anybody that logs into this to understand like that this honesty piece. I want to really get into this first step, man. I'm gonna break it down, Trav. But think back then, like what was the honesty for you? Like what was honesty like? What were you so dishonest about?
What?
So you're on the fence, you're trying to get help. What do you think is that you're dishonest about?
About not having a problem?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like that's the biggest thing with the first step, right? You got to fully concede to the innermost self that you got a
Mhm.
problem, right? And that's the hardest thing, even for people that come in that are here now, right? They're here, they're clean, they're still there's participants down there that we work with, and we're here and we're trying to provide a service to them. They're still in their head battling it, like,
Mhm.
oh man, I just need to, as long as I complete these 28 days, I get a job, I'll be all right. I can go drink again.
That
I
is
can go smoke some weed, because they don't want
that's
to fully concede.
classic.
Yeah, that's the deep root of that first step.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah, I'm on track with you now. Yeah.
And now that stuff, the other stuff you're talking about, it comes
Yeah.
in layers, like what you're talking
You were
about.
trying to pinpoint the very beginning. All right, I'm tracking with you now. Sorry, it takes me a minute to
Yeah.
come
So
around.
so how was that, for you, right? Because
Now that that took a long time
yeah,
to root out, because like my disease is like I'm a know-it-all. First of all,
What?
I am. I know everything. Now, yeah, and so like I'm telling myself all kinds of things like before self-examining, like I draw from all sources. I feel good now. I've had a spiritual experience.
God came.
Yeah, the work has been done. Basically, all I'm looking for now is like the rest of my life to just take off. I'm not worried about things, but like, okay, so much for me this time around. Now I've had that battle a lot. Like, all I need is just 30 days to shake back, or hell, all I need is 2 weeks. All I need is the weekend.
Yeah,
I've done that a million times. Like, I don't have a problem. The only problem with drugs that I have is that I feel like crap. If I could just stop feeling like crap, I wouldn't have to use them no more, or being dope sick. Okay, because the dope is my primary drug. I mean, I've done them all, but like normally the other ones I consider being clean. We talked about this before.
Yeah.
Like, those aren't a problem for me. Even though they always lead back to right where I was. So there's some ways I was dishonest with myself, or couldn't, or had the inability to even see it. And so like early, so I'm not. So this time around, not that I crushed the belief that not the reason that I didn't crush the belief that I didn't have a problem, because like I just thought that I wasn't an addict no more. Like, I thought that just like, well, God had took the desire to use from me, and he gave me a different perception change. And it's not that I thought that was it. It was just that I thought I had to just kind of be on cruise control until I fell into where I needed to be. And that was a whole nother lie to myself the whole time. Cause like that's what we look for, the easy way out. And that sounds pretty easy to me. That sounds like go with the flow, and not saying that the work is necessarily like like when you say the word work, like people are thinking, man, this is just gonna be a hard thing. Like, will I even have the mental capacity or the perseverance to stick in there and do some work? It's not work like that. This could be like a simple.
It's probably Adam. Yeah, and so when I think about that, this honesty piece that we're talking about, getting honest with ourselves, and is that Adam?
To say that I
He might
actually
not be coming. So this is what I talk about. So Steve, Travis, you know how you can go to the doctor, right? And because y'all know the hardest thing about this illness that we suffer from, the hardest thing about this disease, right, is, see, I can go to the doctor and they can draw some blood. I had some blood work done the other day. I'm trying to, I want to lose a bunch of fat, right? I feel good. I work out all the time, but I want to lose fat. I have this false notion that I can get a six-pack again, like when I came home from prison. Right? I don't think it's gonna happen, but anyways, so I go get this blood work done, and you can go get blood work done, and you can draw blood work, and the doctor can examine the blood work and say, hey man, you got vitamin D deficiency. You need to go take a gummy, or whatever. Or you're diabetic. You need to go take some insulin. Or your blood, your white blood count's low. You might have cancer. You need to go get this, that, right? They can do that. So the doctor can take that and diagnose it and tell you what's wrong with you. And you'll be like, oh shit, really? And you'll do everything they say, right? You ain't gonna second guess it. Most people, you go to the doctor and they say this, you're gonna be like, all right, what do I gotta do? Like, any y'all ever been burnt before?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
100.
Me, I called you after it
That was
happened.
quick, great day. Yeah, you did. That was terrible.
I wouldn't have been able to. I had to practice honesty there, because I actually called you right after it happened, and you were like, "Oh, what took so long? Welcome to the club."
Oh, that is not what
What you said, and then you laughed just like that.
I said, welcome to the club, but I said, I've been there before. but like with something like that, you go to the doctor and they're like, hey, this is what's wrong with you. Take the shot. What do? You take that shot right away, right? Or take this pill, you take the pill, right? So the hardest thing about this disease, the hardest thing about this illness is you can't go to a doctor, right? It's self-diagnosis. Like you can go to a doctor if you want, and they'll tell you, hey man, something's wrong with you, right? You got people all the time while you're using the judges, the lawyers, your mom, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife, whoever it is, kids, man, something's wrong with you, dad. Get your stuff together, right? But it's self-diagnosis. Like you got to get honest with self.
Yeah, and
that's
this
that first step.
and when you say like, and you're saying it's hard, it's hard. I this has got to be like a total light bulb moment. Like it's got to be like, oh, I see it, because like you can say it to somebody. You can say, look, a job isn't your recovery, man. Like, but everybody's thinking like, oh, if I could just work and make some money, then my life is going to be good. And like I've seen it, and I've experienced it. This isn't sustaining. It's not sustaining if you have the disease of addiction. And so like it's got to be a self-awareness that you click on to. And I've seen this is a fight for some people, because they're just like, once I feel better, I'm okay. I'm okay. And have you ever seen it work out good? I haven't. So like, I don't want to say what could happen for somebody or what can't, but I know for me, it has never worked out.
No, I got a saying I like to tell people whenever I, if I'm doing a group and I'm talking about this, it's like, if you want to go put on the white lab jacket and go run some tests, go ahead. I'm not telling you to do it, but if you want to do it, I'm not going to stop you. Right. I know the end result for me. I don't want to put on that white jacket and run some tests on me anymore. I know what happens when I pick up, and that's what see, we got this built-in forgetter. Like we forget, man, and it sucks. I'm telling you, if I shared this before, right? It's like, unusual suspects, right?
Yeah.
How like he convinces them that he doesn't exist. That's what the illness does. Like, it makes people think, well, you're good now.
It's gone.
You're all right. Yeah, you don't got it no more, right? And
yeah.
It's all it is just arrested. It's arrested because you're doing work, right? But as soon as you stop doing the work, it'll come
pop back up on you.
Yeah, so and I'm saying, I always like the analogy of diabetes. Same thing with diabetic, right? If the diabetic stops doing the work, which is like taking insulin, exercise, and eating the right foods, then he's gonna be on the ground having a dang on seizure,
Yeah.
And that's what happens to me.
And that's 3 different things you stated too. So it's always not just one thing. It's things you got to put together. Like that's why a pathway is so crucial. And that's what we, kick here, whatever your pathway may be. Like ours is NA, so we can speak to it more. Like going to the meetings, that's good. Like I heard some things I could relate to, but I wasn't necessarily finding a solution there. I just knew, like, let me go through the process to keep going here or whatever. So then I was like, get a sponsor. I got one. Oh, now I can say I got a sponsor. All right, now I'm better. Yeah, this is what my disease is telling me. All right, now I got the sponsor. So when somebody asks me, I say, you got a sponsor? You got a home group? Oh yeah, I can say yeah, because I do. I go to the meetings and I got the sponsor. You doing step works? Yeah. Well, I read the book, but am I integrating all the things?
Yeah.
Am I using the pathway for what it is?
You share that, Trav, right? Because that was one of my, I don't want to say it was most driving, but it was a big driving force for me to want to do all the steps, right, and make sure I did it with my sponsor and to continue to do them, because I wanted to be able. I wanted to be, because so many times I'll sit in a meeting and it'll be like a step working meeting, and like I'll see somebody raise their hand and I know they're just regurgitating something they heard. They ain't never not one lick of step work. They haven't sat and done anything with anybody, but they're just talking about something they heard before, or they're trying to like go off their own assumption. Right. And that used to drive me crazy. And so I was like, you know what? I want to be able to at least share about something I know. So I'm going to go through this, and then as I started to go through it, kind of like what happened to you last night, like those light bulb moments, like, it was like one of those, oh man, like it hits you, and that's what happened when I was going through it. It just kept hitting me and it kept hitting me, and kept hitting me. And then I wanted more and I wanted more. And I was like, oh man, I love this. I need more. And then I want to give it to other people. I want to give it and then I want to receive it, and so that was like the drive to continue to do step work. Now I don't, now I'm sitting in meetings and I'll hear people share. I'm like, man, that dude ain't done a lick of step
fake
work.
recovery.
Yeah, what is it? But I've learned
those things will keep you clean for a season. They'll keep you clean for a while. The fake recovery will do it. Now I'm not trying to disrespect nobody.
Yeah, well,
but like when the rug gets pulled out from under you, what are you gonna fall back on?
And sometimes, like I learned, this from somebody, early on. It's like sometimes, Jesse, you gotta close your eyes and you just gotta listen to the message, right? Because I'm a very judgmental person. Like
Yeah.
I've always been taught to size people up. Like, what did they got? They got money. Can they beat me up? Or, are they going to be cool? Like I always size people up, I'm very judgmental. And when I go into meetings, it's the same way. I'm judged. Like I'm judged. I'm like, man, does he know what he's talking about? Is he talking something good? And so when when you stick around a little bit and you're in this community a while, like you start to meet a lot of people and then you start to know stuff about him. Like you start to know, oh man, he cheated on his girl the other day, or he used to steal from his job, or he's always messing with new people. Like so you start knowing things about everybody. So now all of a sudden, what if they start sharing something?
You got to preconceived.
Yeah,
No.
oh, man, I don't want to listen. So like I've learned I've had to like just close my eyes and just listen sometimes and to block out who it is giving it to me, even if they've never done it before, because I'm listening to it sometimes. I'm like, oh man, that's some dang on.
You might catch
Good
a
stuff.
communication
Yeah,
from it
yeah.
because your eyes are open because of self-awareness, because of working the steps. Now, let me back that up a little bit, because you can stay clean doing these things, going to meetings and share, but like even if you're half stepping for a while, because I always say, I was half stepping it for a while, and I didn't use. So you can use, but like the work that we're talking about that's so hard to see is like, let me give you an example. So like I do the things I've always done. That's what just jumped out at me the other night. Just reading it, just dissecting the text. That's the words that jumped out at me. I do the things I've always done. So like I hear,
Say that again.
we do the things we've always done.
No, it was something else you told me last night.
I know. Well, let me. No.
It was
No, that was the one before. I've had a whole nother thing since then.
since after we talked.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
Before that, you were talking about I always take the easy.
Oh yeah, well, we talked about that already. We always take the easy way out.
Okay.
We always take the easy way.
Last night it wasn't about I do the things I do.
We do the things we've always done, and this sparked. Last night this is what it is. I just wouldn't tell you all of it because I didn't want to, and so like it's a Gen Xer thing. So like
that damn Gen X's. Man.
Yeah, we do the
They're
things we've always done.
extremely
Now,
difficult to deal with.
now since I've been around here, we're Xers. Yeah.
Extremely difficult.
Now since I've been around here, like Jesse knows immediately when I'm in bullcrap mode, right? And look, my sponsor does too. And so like when I'm talking, I'm doing the things I've always done. Like I'm lyrically fluffing. You know what I mean? I'm either making somebody laugh. Jesse points this one out all the time. Like laughter is your defense mechanism, right? And so like I'll start talking my way out of everything. I'll start talking my way into something. I'll make you laugh. I'll get you on my side. And so like my sponsor will be like, "You're doing the thing. Can you see it? Can you see it?" And I kind of know what he's talking about because I'm doing it. But I'm like, hey, I'm doing the things I've always done. But I haven't read that yet.
Right.
And so Jesse's pointing it out to me all the time. And so like other people are saying it, man, you'll talk over somebody. You'll do this. You won't give them a chance to blah, 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 blah. I'm just doing the things I've always done. And this took me back in my mind, like 20 years. And like, I can go back even longer than that, but it took me back to walking forward and going to the gate at Powhatan Correctional Facility. And I'm 21 years old. You know what I mean? And I'm riding on the bus with nobody that I know. I'm walking into this place. I don't know nobody that's in there. These are seasoned convicts in there. Like these prisons are like closed down and stuff now, but like people have heard of Powhatan. Like it wasn't a good prison. It was a bad place to be. So like you're walking there and the
You say you worked out there?
Yeah, like briefly outside. just
Correction
outside.
officer?
No, just stuff. On the
definitely
envelopes
not.
with the
Gen
letters.
Xers are correctional officers.
Temp
So,
job.
yeah. So you're looking,
They
you're
definitely are correct.
you're a young kid, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like in my mind, like I know like I'm not going in here and like shanking people and beating everybody up. You know what I mean?
You're not much of a fighter.
Yeah, I'm not much of a fighter. So like
You need to do all those fights.
so like my survival tactics, I know it was great to watch too. So like I used to start fights on purpose just to stick the
And then
pit bull on
I'd
them. And then I'd laugh. I do the things I've always done. So like I know like I have to have a survival tactic. And now this could have went back like farther than that to when I was a kid. Like I haven't went that deep with it too. Well, like kind of have thought
You
about
need
it.
to. You will eventually.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
heal
Like
itself.
I've
That's how
made the
that heals
yeah,
itself.
I've made the connection. Like I could probably in my head go back. I don't want to get into it all here. I'm just trying to give you a brief example. But I know,
Gosh,
like-
I know. Oh man, wow. Keep going. This is good.
yeah,
This is
like
good
it's
stuff.
Yeah.
so I know like I'm walking in here. So like I know like I have to survive this. So what I'm gonna what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna make people laugh and I'm gonna friend them up and I'm gonna be cool and everybody's gonna be on Trav's side because that's how things work out when I do the things I've always done. And so like also I did that on the street too because before that, hey, we look for the easy way out. And I did look for the easy way out. Like I'm not putting all this time into being a hustler and doing this and doing that and doing this. Like, look, I'm gonna friend somebody up. I'm gonna friend a girl up. I'm gonna friend this up. I'm gonna friend, and guess what I'm gonna do? Trav's gonna survive because that's what Trav's always done, and we do. All us as addicts, we do the things we've always done. So boom, that's the way I live. That's my survival tactic. That's what's always got me by. That's how I've lived my life. And so like as soon as I start to change, like do I really need to do that to survive? I'm not even aware until I read this. We do the things we've always done, and I'm doing it. And now in the environment I'm in, with like a new chance and a purpose to help somebody else out, to help myself out, to help the people around me. Is this the tactic that I want to use? Is this the real Trav? Is this the authentic me, like that we're ultimately trying to get to? And so like now I'm aware of it. So now when my sponsor says, or Jesse says, can you see it? Can you see? Because I'm probably going to continue to do this because I've been doing it all my life. But now I'm aware of it, so I can do something about it. What spiritual principle can I throw on it?
You asking me?
Yeah, that's a
There's-
question. Why don't understand Gen Xers at all, man? I'm so because also in the reading, since he wasn't quick enough, now I'm gonna have to answer my own questions. That's what Gen Xers do. So like so also in the reading it says this can be arrested. We can arrest this.
Yeah.
And use it and so NA, what do you arrest things with? Spiritual principles.
What are you-
You put the weapons on it.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm done with you. It's also what Gen Xers do.
I see.
We
You're
quit a lot.
doing it right now, Trav.
Oh.
You're doing it. You're
And I
doing
can
it
see
again.
it.
Yeah,
I can
you're
see
doing
it.
He's doing the thing.
And to remind, this is taking me back to the ride. It was me, you, and Walt in the car, and you don't even remember, but you were doing it, and me and Walt were like, "When is the true? Is that really who you are?"
Yeah.
And you were arguing, like, "Yeah, this is me, right?"
Mhm.
You know, but yeah, that's some good shit.
Oh, you mean I'm arresting it right now?
No, you just did it now. You were joking.
Yeah, I
You
went
know,
into it. Yeah, I
you
was
started
joking.
Yeah. But I mean, sometimes it's good. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes it's good. Yes, we can arrest our defects of character because what you're
Mhm.
talking about is that's a defect of character. It's
Yeah.
defense mechanisms, but that's what we've learned our survival. But like you're jumping so like, and it's good. I love it, right? But that is all. That's past the first step, right? You're like way in and it's,
But it was revealed to me through
that.
first
What was
step.
revealed to you was that you just need to get honest with you and who you are. Like,
Mhm.
I need to get honest with myself, right? You know, and that's
So
the
there's the
thing.
spiritual principle I
that-
was looking
that-
for.
that-
There's the
that's-
answer. It was
That's
honesty.
That's the only thing right there. Now everything else, right? With that first step, man, that's what you got to focus on. Cause like we want it, but I can relate to it because now that you've gotten a taste of it, it's like, oh my, like I get, like you start to get it. So it's like you want more,
Mm.
you know, and you want more and you want more, right? You know, it's like I want more of this. I want to know more about this. Like this is freaking so revealing.
Yeah, we started out the conversation with honesty, and that's how it worked for me right then in that moment. And that's what it got arrested. Well, aware and arrested.
Yeah.
And
Well,
it's
I-
very revealing too.
I feel like you know, awareness is a level of honesty to self.
But yeah, and
you
that
know-
didn't happen until I was honest with myself finally. And trust me, it took a long time to say that I don't know. I don't know. I'm being like good things are happening. Good things are happening, but bad things are happening too. And they're little things. And it's all because I wasn't like I knew I was doing things, but I wasn't aware and I didn't know how to like to just let it go. Because that's been my coat I've worn for so long, my safety coat. It's helped me survive. And now like I don't need it right now.
But this is the thing, Trav. You ain't gotta let it go right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna let it go a little bit. That's
Yeah.
what Gen Xers do.
Yeah.
Let it go a little bit.
Yeah. I'm just saying you ain't gotta let it go all in one day.
Yeah.
right?
It's
You
a
know,
process.
That's the beautiful thing about this right
Mhm.
now. But what you got to just practice doing, because you're early on and you're still doing the first step with your spouse.
Are you diagnosing me
You
right now?
just practice getting honest.
Yeah, just getting honest. It's that
You
simple.
just did it again. You just did.
I just
you
wanted to
just-
throw that in
Yeah,
there
you did
because I
it.
got to
Yeah,
give
you're
people
doing it, you're doing
examples
this,
of
you're
how it
doing it.
works. Because it flips on and it flips off, and I don't want nobody to. I want to give y'all a cheat code on what not to do,
It's well,
so it
no,
won't be
it's-
so hard for y'all because I
it's-
suffer for these
but
answers.
man, but what you talked about, like, man, it brought us to the animalistic level in our lives, like the things we did and the stuff that we held on to, it just became who we are, and that's what I do, right? Yours is just so like, you know, mine, you know, I lied, stole, cheated, and took advantage and manipulated, right? You know, and
Yeah, you did lie a lot.
yeah. Huh?
Sorry, keep going. That's why honesty is so important to him. Man. It's his favorite spiritual principle. Such a liar.
Damn it, man.
He's honest now.
I'm very honest.
Very
I would-
honest.
yes,
Honest
yeah.
person I know.
Yeah, I have to, or I will use. I know that's the thing. If not, I got to make some quick amends if I tell a lie.
You do that too. That's 10 steps up though.
Yeah, it is.
And fourth.
I like how you throw that in there, like you know what the hell you're doing, right?
10 stepper.
Yeah, you
10 stepper.
You can do a 10 step without working it.
I do it. Yeah, that's the only one you can do out of order.
Yeah.
Or anybody else.
Well, there's probably some others that you do. You don't know you're doing, but I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
the most important
You're not
thing,
aware.
right? You know, as you talked about like the stuff that just became a part of you, like, and that's the stuff that's so hard to let go, right? But right now, like people early on, like don't get so caught up in letting that stuff go. That's all I'm saying. Like, you know, because it's tough, right? So you don't gotta get caught up in letting that go. Just practice being honest. That's what you want to do when you're early in recovery.
Because the problem is, you said that they didn't, that they think that it's gone. So like, so you're saying like you have to be honest. Like I do have a problem that
Yeah.
needs to be worked on.
Yeah, because
I have to crush down the illusion
yeah, man, it took
that
time.
that it's not there anymore.
Yeah, and it takes time for that
Yeah.
stuff to stop, man. I mean, in 5-6 years in recovery, I was doing things that like made me feel bad morally, you know, because it took a while for me to let that stuff, you know, go, to stop
Mhm.
doing it, right? The defense mechanism for me, the things that I was so used to doing because I thought it was a part of me, right?
Yeah.
You know, so it takes time, but you got early on, just be honest, right? Practice. If you're gonna do anything to counter the illness, right? Just practice being honest, right?
Yeah.
So if-
well, let them go, not so much as just being aware of them. I guess you're saying that the letting go process happens over time, but being aware of it means you can do something about it. At
Yeah,
least.
it does.
And I know that
yeah,
calms,
but
but it
the
also
awareness-
makes you aware that you do have a problem.
Yeah, I just
You can
don't.
be honest about it
Yeah,
because you
definitely.
know you have it.
The problem is what I'm talking.
Yeah,
about.
yeah, the
I'm talking about
problem.
the illness, right?
Yeah, the illness.
Because you're advancing it. with
Isn't
some
that
other
part of
stuff.
the illness? You think, like blinding you to the fact that you don't have a problem?
That right? So like when we talk about like you're wanting to make people laugh and that stuff, right? So that is all, you know, character defects, right?
Yeah.
You know? But what I'm talking about, like being aware of and getting honest about, is the fact that I have a problem with drugs and alcohol. That's what you got to do in that first step, right? Early on in recovery, man. Like if you don't get honest about that, like we all can see where we've lied one time or another, or where I've stole something, right? You know, and we can all justify that stuff, right? And that's what we'll do early on. But it's like getting honest, like I got a problem. Like,
Yeah,
it took
that's
me-
the lie. The lie
yeah,
you
it
tell
took me
yourself
so
that you don't
long.
have a problem.
Yeah, it took me so long to get to that point. When I finally got to that point, it was a moment where it was one of those aha moments. Like, yeah,
Light
now-
bulb moment.
yeah, now I want more. I want more. Get me to the next step. Get me to the next step. Get me to the next step. Right. And that's where I feel it in you. That's where you're at. Like, because you're talking about stuff that's, you know, it's first step stuff, but it goes deeper, right? It goes deeper, you know, when the more work you do. But like viewers, because we're getting ready to end, you know, anybody that hits this, our guest didn't show up and I don't see a text message from him. So maybe it's because I didn't call him. I thought he was coming, but it might be my fault.
You didn't call him?
Well, I mean, we talked yesterday, so I don't know. It might be my fault, but
Probably.
But
If we're just being honest.
see,
Now
that's-
listen.
Jenna-
Now listen,
Jenna-
always laughing and like don't get me wrong, like always laughing and joking isn't a character defect because
know what
laughter
Gen
is like
X-
the spark of inspirational healing. I love to laugh, and Gen Xers love to laugh, but
You
you
know
know
what
who
else
don't
Gen
like to
Xers
laugh? Wise don't like to laugh.
You know what?
Wise don't like to laugh a lot.
You know what? You know what Gen Xers
serious.
like to do?
Be awesome.
And blame others. Always blaming them damn baby boomers, them damn millennials.
That's true though.
That's all the Gen X's do, man.
'Cause-
Blamers.
Yeah, because
You're a
they messed
blamer.
everything up for us.
They did. They're still doing it.
Everything would be great if it would have been up to us,
I don't know.
Gen Xers, and you're one of them too, Jess. You can
Actually,
take
we're
the
not-
font.
Is there any Gen X's in political? I guess well,
All the best ones, the ones that shake
O-
things up. take
Obama,
action.
the president now, he's a damn. What is he? Baby-
That's just-
definitely
man, he's
boomer.
before baby boomer.
Yeah, pre-boomer.
It's like one of them dudes from vaudeville
Him
or
and-
something.
him and Trump
Not that I
both-
have any political
they're
affiliations,
both, they're
but
both old as Donald Trump's the same age, right? They're both old as I don't know what.
Donald Trump was a pimp though, wasn't he? He was in the 80s. He might be he's a baby boomer. He's old as
definitely
hell too.
old.
Yeah,
He's old and messy. He's
Early
send them all out to pasture. Get some Gen Xers in there.
Make sure you put that up there that we have
No political affiliations at all. I don't care about it
Rain.
one bit.
Football game might be canceled.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Well, we're getting ready to get up off here, man. I lost track of what I was getting. I was getting ready to get on one, and Travis interrupted me with his comedian act there.
Gen Xerness.
Disclaimer: this views, opinions expressed here in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views and positions of any of the
Yeah.
entities they represent.
I don't care either way
Any political
politically.
stuff we talk
We
about,
don't
on
care
here,
about
we
it.
just
It's
happen to
probably
talk about
jokes
those-
about it. Sorry. Yeah, nobody,
I just want to say we
nobody
don't,
cares.
if we're talking about political stuff, it doesn't represent the McShin Foundation
Or
at all.
us.
But I just both of those presidents were old and are old.
They still are.
Yes, that's,
Getting older.
That's a fact.
And they're
So,
not Gen Xers.
Yeah.
That's a fact too.
That's definitely
They're like
Yeah.
they're like pre-baby boomers.
Yeah. Yeah. What was before baby boomers? Like BC. Before
They-
baby
BC,
boomers.
BC.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before. Man, all right. All right, look,
BCers.
everybody out there, thanks for tuning in. I know sometimes it might be hard to follow Travis and myself with our what is it called?
Our political, I mean, not
No,
our
no,
political,
no.
our lyrical
our banter.
jousting.
Yeah,
Our
our
banter.
lyrical jousting. Sorry, it just happened.
You remember
It
that
just
video
comes out.
game Joust? That's a Gen
I
Xer
love
thing
that
too.
game. I love
Gen
it.
Xer.
I put $1,000.
Oh gosh, I
Sugar
still
Joust.
got it.
See, that's how I know I'm not a Gen X.
Joust.
I'm
Yeah.
like I'm stuck in between. I'm stuck. I got my own gender. You know what? I have my own. I'm not really a Y. I'm not really an X. I am my own. I
XY
like that.
XY chromosome is
Yes.
is the female
my own.
chromosome, isn't it?
Oh,
XY?
right.
No, I was just no.
We had
I don't want to get into
conversations.
yesterday's conversation.
Yeah,
I don't want to do it.
that's a callback.
Yes.
Let me walk that back.
All right, we're getting ready to get off here, yo. If you can take anything from this, man, just practice being honest today, man. If you know that's the principle that you can practice early on, man. Try to be honest. If you pick back up, you're out there. Just be honest, man. Honestly, ask for some help. And if you need some help, man, give us a call. 804-249-1845. McShin Foundation, we're here to help, man. We're here to serve. We're a resource center. So don't think that, calling into us, that, it's hard to get here. And that is true. We right now we're full, both men and women's side, we are full. But still still come in, walk in, because we're a resource center. So we have 26 staff and
And a lot of resources too. I love recovery capital.
26 staff, and over half of them are CPRSs, and their job, their main purpose is to be a resource, provide resources. So
We'll help you find somewhere.
yeah, you call, you come in, you stop by. That's our goal. So if we can't get you here with us, we're going to get you some resources to get you somewhere else. So give us a call if you need any help, and just practice being honest today.
And I'll try to too.
Yeah,
Peace.
please do.
Willingness is my favorite spiritual